Guys, the Philadelphia Eagles are the first #1 seed in history to start the playoffs as an underdog. And boy, is everybody coming in to pile on them. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Jeff Schultz. The Falcons have the look of a team that can go to the Super Bowl. The Guardian, U.S., Les Carpenter. There is an impression the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be trampled on by the Falcons, and that perception might be right. Good Morning Football, Kyle Brandt, January 8th. The division round is great because the big dogs come out. The Patriots, the Steelers, the Vikings. I didn't even say the Eagles yesterday. Nate had to jump in and say, what about the Eagles? So what did I learn this week? I learned that the Atlanta Falcons have been blessed and given the first second-round bye in history. It's over. They're not even playing the game this week, and it's really true. Doug Peterson is expected to have a press conference today where he just says he forfeits. And Atlanta has way too much. We're not going to play. Lincoln Financial Field is going to be used for an MLS game. I believe it's the Philadelphia Union. They're having a soccer game this weekend because, you know, it's not really important to get caught up in the Eagles. You know, Atlanta likes to run the ball. They ran it 39 times last week. It's not important that the Eagles have the #1 rushing defense in all of football, the #1 red zone offense in all of football, the #1 record at home over the last 2 years. I don't think it's interesting that last year when Atlanta's offense was incredible, they came into the Link and scored 15 points and held the L. I don't know if it's important at all that the Eagles have top 5 in third down defense, takeaways, turnover differential. Is it interesting to anybody at the table that Melvin Gordon had 22 yards against him, or Carlos Hyde had 25, or Jordan Howard had 6? Is it pertinent in this weekend's matchups that wild card teams in the second round are 9-17? Does anybody care that Matt Ryan is 1-3 at Lincoln Financial Field? I certainly don't. When we get into the Eagles personnel, certainly they don't have anybody on the team that has been doubted or overlooked or have had to overcome not being thinking that everyone's going to win. Nick Foles, you know, he's told on national TV that he wasn't good enough to be on a 4-12 Jeff Fisher Rams team. LeGarrette Blount, undrafted, 5 different teams. Jay Ajayi, Alshon Jeffrey, Jake Elliott waived by the Bengals in the preseason, and their coaching staff, I mean, they got nothing. I mean, Doug Peterson, certainly with no eyebrows raised when he was hired as a slam dunk hire. Now he's the coach of a 13-3 team. I did the research. Offensive coordinator Frank Reich, never been part of an unlikely win or comeback or anything, either in the pros or in college, guys. And last of all, in Philadelphia, I just wish, I pray that there was a convenient local movie storyline that they could draw upon about an underdog who no one thought was going to win in Philadelphia. And I just look at them, I look at the Eagles, and, you know, they're looking up that staircase, and the critics are up there, and they're yelling down to them. And you know what they're saying? They're saying, Eagles, have you read the papers? Do you know what everybody says? It's suicide. Look at Atlanta. You've seen them. You know how fast they are. You can't win. You can't win. That's what they're saying to the Eagles right now. And let me finish by saying this. Fletcher Cox, the heart of that defense. He came out this week. He said, look, we're underdogs. That's fine. We're a team that's been disrespected week in, week out, and we've come out and rung the bell every week. Well, Philadelphia, to quote Apollo Creed, let me put my mouth guard in. Oh, ding, ding. They are coming to the Link, and you are dogs. Go get them. You can win. Let's go. The #1 seed.
So hype right now. Fly, Eagles, fly. Come on. Fly, Eagles.
Eagles by 50. Jim Schwartz, you stink.
What is happening
Keep telling them. Keep telling them.
Wow.
Ding, ding.
Ding, ding. I feel you, though.
I'm
talking about everybody.
Your mouth guard's really good.
My mouth guard's good, right?
You have a good impression.
Listen, the fact is the Falcons have changed as a team. They're a defense and running team right now. The Eagles, okay, Carson Wentz isn't out there. The defense is out there, and they're the best in football. So come and get it in the Link. I can't wait.
I love it. We've been talking about all these other teams, talking about how talented they are. We forget, but a simple fact that this defense has been dominating all season. They got a strong running game, wide receivers who are up for the challenge. If you don't think that Nick Foles understands the position he's in, he's not going to try to play his best game ever, you got to give the Eagles not just a chance at home. They have the advantage at home.
Peterson, Schwartz, DiFilippo, Reich, these guys are all mad geniuses in their own right. They have been watching for 2 weeks other teams play, beat the snot out of each other. They didn't bring anybody out there against the Cowboys. They had last week off. They're just building this game plan. The Falcons have something coming for them. It's the Eagles' defense. I can't wait. You're right.
Speaking of building, they built this team for this moment. Even if Carson Wentz went down, they built this team structured in a way when a guy goes down, the second guy steps up. We've been complimenting them all year, the front office, what they've been doing and who they brought in. Now it's time to show up and show out.